All death metal hails, this time it's origin from United States with an album called Chaosmos. I don't know why I made it this goofy introduction, but here it is, Chaosmos, the new album by Origin, American brutal technical death metal band, which just happens to be, in my opinion, one of the best death metal bands in the world. I kid you not. Why so? Even since early 2003 or so, might have been late 2002, I heard the second album by this band. I was blown away and instantly fall in love with the band. Why? Because I love when it's brutal, I love when it's technical, I love when it's fast, I love when it's fierce and all that stuff. Since that day, I've been following the band with great interest, especially because John Longstreth soon became one of my favorite drummers, maybe the favorite drummer, even before Proscriptor of Absu or Lombardo of Slayer and all those other great drummers, because he has the style, he has the groove, the technicality and details and all that stuff. Now, Origin has always had great vocals too, and even though the new guy in the band is now doing the vocals, been there quite a few years, but still the newest one, they're good as ever. But mostly, in my opinion, it comes down to guitar works by Paul Ryan and John Longstreth drums, because that's where all the technicality and brutality anyway lie, way more than just vocals and all that stuff. Now, Origin started more than 20 years ago, 25 years ago roughly, in United States of America, and since have done quite a few albums. Pretty much all the albums go hand in hand when it comes to style. I mean, nothing has really been changed or renewed too much, and luckily so. I mean, the band has found their style very much with the first album, then honed and polished, kind of took it to the next level with the next album, and since that they have been doing more or less the kind of the same thing. Of course, every album sounds a little bit different, but all that matters is the technicalities and brutalities are always there. Now, this time it may almost seem like Chaosmos is a little bit slowed down version of those albums what Origin came to be. I mean, fast forward and lots of that. But that actually becomes a forte of the band because that means more diversity. You can pretty much hear how technical even those slower mid-tempo parts can be when you really pay attention to the riffs and drumming happening. Now, my only little bit of a complaint is that the bass is not too audible. It's more like on the background, and as such it could have more, something else to give than just be on the background. Maybe it's just my setting or me finding hard to listen to the bass among the guitars and drums and all that stuff. It's not a big thing, just something that I kind of noticed when I was listening to this for a few times. Overall, Chaosmos is not the best nor the worst of Origin, and like I said, all of them are good. All of them are at least 8 out of 10 for me anyway. So when I say this is not the worst or the best, you pretty much know what I'm saying here. So great album, one of my favorite albums this year, and definitely one of the highlights in death metal department for 2022. So in my opinion, check this motherfucker out. It's really, really good of an album, and there is no excuse why not to check it out unless you really hate death metal to begin with. It's not for everybody, given the technicalities and brutalities, but those who like when extreme metal is taken to the extremities, well, this is for you guys. So, check it out. Links provided in the description box. Take care and see you soon with more reviews coming your way.